The Subaru Outback has a cult following, and I'm a fan too, but like many parents, I can't fit my kids' 3 car seats in its back seat. Enter the Subaru Ascent, Subaru's new 3-row SUV. Subaru hasn't had a 3-row SUV in its lineup since the 2014 Tribeca. Subaru's Ascent is the biggest Subaru SUV, but size isn't just what families care about. They care about features too. I got the chance to drive the Ascent on the Oregon coast to see if it delivers. Power comes from a new turbocharged 2.4-liter 4-cylinder engine. That might sound like a small engine for a vehicle this big, but for the most part, it's not. Low-end power is strong and there's no turbo lag. Where it starts to feel underpowered is on the highway during passing and merging maneuvers or hill climbs. You feel and hear it struggle. The sole transmission is a continuously variable automatic, and its drone is loud and unrefined, and it takes a while to spool up power. A V6 and any other transmission are unavailable. In terms of road manners, the Ascent feels predictably like a 3-row SUV. It's composed in corners but doesn't feel agile, and its ride quality is good. Bumps are well damped, and overall it's comfortable to drive, but a touch loud in terms of road and wind noise. All-wheel drive is standard, and it's a capable system. I drove it on sand, gravel, and dirt, and it handled it all well, aided by the X-Mode's hill descent control, which automatically moderates throttle on descents. Very helpful system. Outside, the Ascent looks like a plumped-up version of the Outback. Inside, it's more Subaru all over the cabin. You've got this very straightforward, clean-looking setup, which you see in a lot of Subarus. I don't love this material, but in higher grade trim levels, it's a little bit classier, a little bit nicer. I really do like this multimedia system, however. A 6.5-inch screen is standard, which is large enough, and an 8-inch screen is optional. It's an upgraded version of Subaru's usual multimedia system, and it's got tuning and volume knobs, which are really handy, and overall it's very easy to use. Apple CarPlay is standard, Android Auto is standard, wireless hotspot capability is optional. Another new option is a camera-based rear-view mirror system. So if your car is loaded, you can't see behind you using the mirror, you flip a switch, it becomes a camera-based system and you have clear visibility, which can be a handy feature. Another new option is ventilated seats, another creature comfort that's available just this year. The Ascent has seating for 7 or 8 passengers depending on trim level. This model seats 8 on a bench seat. Subaru says there's room enough for 3 car seats across the back seat, which we aren't able to test, but it feels very roomy. It also has 2 sets of latch anchors and an additional 3rd latch anchor for a little bit of car seat flexibility when installing the seats. Another family-friendly feature that I like are these cloth seats. They're stain and liquid resistant, so if you spill anything on them, the liquid will just bead up and not soak into the fabric, so you won't have a stain and you won't have a smell, which is less mess. Another feature that I really like are there's 19 cup holders in this cabin, standard, which seems like a lot. You don't have to put drinks in all of them, but you can use them as personal storage cubbies, coming in handy when you have a lot of kids. Lastly, there's also a conversation mirror, so the front seat occupants can kind of check what's going on in the back seat, which is another handy family-friendly feature. What's missing back here is a rear entertainment system. Subaru does not offer one on the Ascent, but it does offer something called the Entertainment Anywhere package, which is a pair of iPads and some headphones. So basically, it kind of functions as a personal entertainment system for whoever is in the back using the iPads. Getting back to the 3rd row is actually pretty easy, thanks to this button on the side of the chair, and the step-in is pretty manageable too, so kids should have no problem getting back here by themselves. Once back here, room is pretty average for a 3-row SUV. The seats are kind of hard. It's not the most comfortable seat in the house, but it's pretty comparable to others in the segment. One thing that I do like is this window. A lot of 3rd rows can feel kind of dark and cave-like, and this really opens up visibility and makes it feel a little airier. Another thing are these cup holders. There's tons of them, and then in higher trim levels you also get USB ports back here. Lastly, there's also a set of lower latch anchors back here and 3 top tether anchors. So if you want to install a car seat back here, you can. It makes the Ascent more family friendly. In back, there's 17.8 cubic feet of space, which is a little less than the Volkswagen Atlas, but a little more than the Honda Pilot. And the 3rd row goes down for more space. There's also a little bit of underfloor storage space here for smaller items. The Ascent may not be the quietest or the most refined vehicle, but it's good where it counts. It's practical, capable, and it has enough goodies to keep families' precious cargo safe and happy.